We in here live and direct, man. First and foremost, y'all ladies and gentlemen, who's ever tuning in live, welcome to the Daily HeatChecc Smokecast. Right now, we have a current guest, LB of the Gria Bros, live interview taking place today. This is a marvelous event right now, a marvelous friend to the show. Well, now to be a marvelous friend continuing moving forward. But I know LB for a while, and you know, we go way back. And then as far as with his journey as a fan of what he has done and created, I just want to really get to dig deep and let the fans know, let the people out there know more about everything full circle. But before we jump into that, like I said, this is LB of the Gria Bros. Talk to the people, tell them where they can find you, social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever's the best outlet for them to reach you. And, you know, whatever you want to promo, let it off, and then we're going to go dive right in.
All right, cool. Well, like you said, my name is LB of the Gria Bros. Yo, straight out of East Orange, New Jersey, Illtown, 07018. I was on that south side. You can follow me at LBTM Gria Bros, GriaBros, on all social media platforms. I just dropped the EP called No Chase. You can find that on Audio Mac or SoundCloud. The link is in my bios. And moving forward, I'm about to drop like 3 more EPs, couple videos. We're just gonna have fun this year.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you see, like, I like that. You set the tone right there by putting it out. We definitely had a creator in the building. And now, just to let everyone know, this is why the interview is so important. Not only are you an artist, you're also a producer and an engineer. So you rock the hat. You rock all 3 hats, and you rock them well.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? So now, before we dive into that, bring us to the beginnings of LB. Where did the production start? Where did the innovation, not like the innovation came with along the way, because I've seen the progress and it even inspires me. But where did it start? What made you gravitate to say production or even say music in general? Let me, like, lay it down. Talk to the people.
Yeah. Well, like 3rd grade, I started playing trumpet at Washington Academy. And then, like, you had a choice. You was either going to be the musician. Oh, my fault. You either was going to be the musician or you was going to be the actor in the school plays.
True.
So I just chose, like, I'm going to be the musician. So when they was doing the whiz and shit, I was with the band on the side. So 4th grade, 5th grade, fast forward, still playing trumpet. 6th grade, I go to VLD. Now, it's a new band director named Darryl Robinson. He wants to start a jazz band.
All right.
I've been playing symphonic band my whole life. All the corny shit, Pomp and Circumstance, Beethoven movements, all of that shit. Here come Mr. Robinson, like, teaching me about Miles Davis and all these other, all these other black musicians and shit. So now, like, he got my interest. So me and my Gria bro, Shali, we started the jazz band at VLD.
Shout out to Sha.
6th grade. That was the first year they ever had a jazz band there. So we fast forward to 10th grade. All right, so 6th, 7th, 8th grade, now I'm dabbling in rapping. I want to be a rapper. I'm writing down all rappers' lyrics. I'm trying to figure out how they rap, and then I'm putting my own shit together. So we doing, like, little ciphers in a cab, regular middle school shit. True. Fast forward to 9th or 10th grade, now I'm doing talent shows. Up there, we rapping over, like, Wild Out. Shout out my bro P-Dot. We did our first talent shows together and shit. And we rapping, and like, the crowd is fucking with us. So I'm like, yo, we on to something. But P was the first nigga to produce that I knew. He was the first nigga that was producing. I was only rapping. So he was, like, making the beats and shit on the Triton, the Swiss Beats drum patterns and all the bounce and shit, and I was just freestyling. So one time, fast forward to 11th grade, we go to Long Beach, and P had just got this laptop, right? And he had Fruity Loops 3 on this shit, Piff. How long ago was that? Yeah.
Oh, we went back, man.
Fruity Loops 3, my nigga, and no plugins. It was just the sounds that the shit came with and maybe some samples.
Mm.
He leaves this shit in the room. Yeah, I made my first beat that night in Long Beach, and I forgot to turn this nigga laptop off. This is back in the day when you let a laptop die, the battery burn out. Like, remember them motherfuckers?
Yeah,
like,
man. Yeah, man.
And the battery about 900. So, yeah, I still owe this nigga a laptop to this day, but that was the first time I ever made a beat, and I fell in love from there. So now I'm migrating from rapping to producing because now I got this musical background, playing the trumpet, the keys, and all this shit. And now I'm learning, like, oh shit, this is how they make their beats. Like, and this is that Rough Riders, Rockefeller era, you know what I'm saying? Murder Inc. This when it was hella different sounds. So I didn't even know what direction I wanted to go to. Nowadays, you can just be like, I want to make a trap beat. I want to make a West Coast beat. Back in the day, it was so much of a variety. You ain't even know if you wanted to be R&B or hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit was all over the place.
Facts.
So I get a scholarship to go to Hampton University in Virginia. So me and P go. P was on the drums. I was playing the trumpet. So we go down there. I'm still producing, but now it's more places to showcase me as a rapper down there. Because the shit is wide open. This is when Missy had it, Timbaland, Pharrell, the NERD I just started. Like, Virginia was that place. So I was pulling up in little talent shows, ciphers, like rapping. Like, I wasn't producing that heavy as I was before I left and shit. So by the time I get to like my junior year, I get a roommate, Jeff, and this nigga's an engineer. So now I'm just recording like crazy as a rapper. But then this nigga Beats, he from Cali, this nigga Beats wasn't really fitting what I wanted. So I go back to producing. And this is when club like start popping. So now I'm making club beats, sending them back up to Jersey. But the win was I was making club beats in Virginia. There was no other Jersey, like you couldn't get Jersey shit to Virginia at the time. So I was the club DJ out there. So I'm like, yo, I could do this producer shit. Like, once again, like I could do this shit. So I started making my own beats, rapping over my own shit, and then that was when I realized, like, okay, now I realized, like, figure out how to record myself. Once I had that shit, it was like, all right, I don't need none of you niggas for nothing no more, bro. I could rap, produce, all right, it's over. It's game over. So then, 2005, I got into a bad car accident. I had to come back home and do rehab and shit. So that's when I really, like, I had my first computer, like, just in the dining room rehabbing, making beats, right, and making beats. Then my bro Shali, he gets to set up at his crib. So me, him, P, my bro Mag, like we there every fucking day. This that period when niggas still live with their parents. Summertime, you don't know what the fuck you doing each day. Like we was recording every fucking day in this nigga crib. So then to a point where now I start meeting niggas like Chad Piff, Mikey Moolah, I met you. Because remember, I was out of Jersey this whole time. So when I come back, it's a whole new scene. Fever Gang lit. I think the nigga Nico was out. Bless McFly. Like, it was all of these niggas that was, like, running New Jersey at the time. So instead of coming back as a rapper, I came back as a producer. Yo, I got beats for all y'all. That was my end. Like, all right. These niggas already rap. They don't want to hear another rapper. So fuck it. Yo, I produce. So I started making beats for niggas like way back then. And fucking DJ Frosty, we went to high school with this nigga. And he was like, yo, I got this hit. He comes to Shaw Crib. And the nigga records Ride That Wave at Shaw Crib that night. So when that shit dropped, and it's like, shout out to the Gria bros, my stock value goes all the way the fuck up. So now, you know what I'm saying, I got the upper hand. Now I'm not the nigga that, oh, that's the nigga that make beats. Now it's the, yo, we need your help. That type of shit. So I'm like, nah, now I'm in my little bag or whatever. So then, in this same time, this is when me, Moolah, and Dap do Durgan. This is all in the same time frame, that early 2010, 2011 time frame. So this was only the third time I met Moolah. When we did Durgan with my bros. That was only the third time I seen him. This nigga didn't even ask what Durgan was. He just said, yo, I got a verse for that record. I was like, what? That nigga jumps on. Dapper Don was there. He jumps on, and that's how Durgan came about. So then after that, Moolah like, yo, you got something. Mind you, like, I didn't grow up with the nigga. So he was like, yo, I'm going to introduce you to, like, what's going on out here, like the Jersey scene or whatever. So then nigga takes me to Piff Beats crib. We lay a joint. and you had everybody in that motherfucker. R.I.P. Suicide Rule, Brazy, like everybody was in that bitch. P was there, I was there. You had niggas like that shit was like
Chad
creativity
Piff.
at the Piff. That shit was just like, yo, whatever y'all niggas feeling right now, let's do it.
Facts.
That shit was like thoughtless. It was just a creative, like I never felt that shit, yo. Then from that day, my session started to become like that. My shit was more like, yo, we going in this bitch raw, play a beat. Who got something for it? Cool, lay that down. All right, we gotta come back to it. All right, play another beat. Who got other beats? Like switching up the sound, like that shit like taught me a lot. That one time I was up there and shit, 1 or 2 times I was up there, that shit taught me how to like, yo, you can be way more creative if you don't come prepared. You come prepared, you rushing it, you reading through it, you're gonna have to come back and do it again. You go unprepared, that shit is natural. You got the bud in your system, liquor, and that shit just spilling out of you. So the records was coming out better. So then like as of recently, I'm sitting on so many beats because I got tired of selling them shits to people that I felt like I rap better than.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like you fucking my beats up. It was like Duck on the 5 Heartbeats when the nigga was fucking his song up, knocked the nigga off the piano. It was that same feeling like, JT, this my song, man. So I was like, fuck it, yo. So this last EP, No Chase, that I just put out, this is actually my first solo project that I ever put out, and it's just me just rapping on my own shit. There's no hooks on them. That's why it's called No Chase. It's just me just going off for 4 records and 1 skit and shit. So now, like, I got like 4 EPs done, and I'm about to just start bombing and dropping videos and just like really showcasing my talent, because I kind of put myself in a box, like trying to play the background and be the producer to help everybody. And I realized, like, nigga, you nice. It's like, know what I mean? It ain't like lack of self-confidence or no shit like that. It's more like timing. Like, all right, now just go out there and kick ass for however long you feel like it at this point.
Facts.
So that's pretty much the background, bro.
Nah, you leaving out some crucial facts, man. We gonna comb through that, man. You know, but
Talk to me.
there's definitely a lot to break down. But as far as that, there was a lot to take away. I didn't know you played the trumpet. I didn't know you had that musical background to start with. Cause like, you know, say like me, I didn't know nothing, man. And I'm not saying that I still don't know nothing. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that with pride. It's just
so
that
much to learn, son.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? And that
so much to learn.
Absolutely. So now, with having that musical background, when you came into the production, how did that actually help, you know, produce better or make the production, you know, transition smooth? Because I ain't gonna lie, I was kicking out trash for years, man. Because like I said, I ain't know nothing. I'm keeping it 100. Then when it finally hit, I was like, I started to understand. You get what I'm saying? But you went into it just like, all right, I know this already. Or you feel me? Or you're used to the system. So how did that help everything as far in music? Because you already knew, like, as far as like, you know, as far as music, the notes, the gritting, the chords, you know, cadences and certain, you know, elements like that. So how did that come together?
It was, so when I like first started this shit, I would mimic like my favorite producers' drum patterns, because I didn't know how to play drums. So like P know how to play drums, and Key, like the nigga knew everything before me, so I was just trying to learn on myself. So I would just mimic like a Swiss Beats drum pattern or a Dr. Dre or a Timberland, and then I would add like my own chords and shit, because I knew the chords or whatever. So I would add chords, or I would add certain cadences that I felt like was gonna be the bounce. And that's how that shit came about. So like a lot of people, they start off like playing 1 key at a time and shit, like trying to learn your notes. Like as a producer, with me having that already, I'm like 3 or 4 keys in, like I'm fucking shit up on the keyboard, but then my drum patterns was ass. So then like I realized like playing the trumpet is a fucking drum, like certain rhythms that you use and shit. So I started incorporating those into like the hi-hats. And then like I would beef up my kicks, but my kicks would be tonal. They would be notes, like how niggas is doing now. I been was doing that shit. That was like my bass. Like my bass guitar was my fucking 808. And then my snare was just like, we was up north, so I was trying to get it banging. But then once I got into the marching band, I learned like all these different cadences and shit. I'm like, yo, I could throw all this shit in a fucking beat. So I just was taking everything I learned and like putting them shits in the beats. And the sad part about it, my shit was too advanced. So niggas would think it's ass. But then now these are the shits that I'm rapping on my EP, and niggas like, yo, who made that beat? Like, bro, that's from '08, '09. Like, you just be ahead of your time sometimes. Sometimes you gotta dumb your shit down for niggas to like it, but then you realize like you just ahead of your time.
No, that's a fact. That's
So
definitely
yeah,
a
that shit
fact.
came in handy, man.
Wow, no, that's that way, and that's just beautiful to know too. It's just especially how you finish that off at the end, saying like, "Yo, being ahead of our time as far as creators and
Yeah,
visionaries," you know, because when you could go in the bag from '08 to '09 and have something that sounds like it's still current today, it just shows
word.
like, yo, the way you're forward thinking was way ahead of where these niggas was at then, and that's the beauty
Yeah,
of like, the creativity, man. It's like there's no walls.
yeah,
You feel me? Now.
absolutely.
Now, when you come together and put the production crew, the Gria Bros, how did that all birth? Where's the
So,
inception of that? Let me know. Like, where
shot.
was y'all in the studio? Like, how? Because now, let me pose the question a little differently. Because
Got you.
being around producers, granted, I've been around a lot of great working relationships with producers, a lot of open-minded producers, and I was able to learn a
Right,
lot. I want to say that
right,
first. You get what I'm saying? And now
right.
being able to be humble to say go into it and be able to take something out of it. Now I've
Yeah,
been around producers who have that wall up like, nah. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
yeah.
you can't see where my drum stash is, or I'm not
Right,
telling you how I did this, or the samples is top secret locked away, and I'm like,
right.
you feel me? And I'm like, I bet. I'm like, they just a lone wolf, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
There's still cats out there, but it's like when you can see two producers come together, share a common interest, and build on that goal. I like that.
yeah.
That's something beyond a creative. That's like a brotherhood bond right there. So how did that come
Right, right.
together?
So that shit, like I said, me and Shot started the jazz band at VL in the 6th grade. We've been friends since the 4th grade. That was like one of my first friends when I went to Washington and shit.
Mm,
So he played the saxophone, I played the trumpet. So we got cool like throughout the years. We was always in all the same classes. So by the time when we started the jazz band, like people labeled us like Shot is like the Frankenstein. Like
mm.
he's the nigga that like whatever we're doing, he'll go home and practice that shit, and then come back tomorrow and kick everybody ass. Like when and one was out, that nigga went bought all the and one mixtapes, come back to school and trashing niggas. Like with music, he would take the music home, practice that shit, and be the only person in the band the next day that knows the songs. I was more of the natural talent. Like whatever I'm giving you that day is what you get, and it exceeded like the norm. So niggas thought like I was heavy on the practice, but it would just be natural talent. Like the feelings and shit.
Hmm.
So with him going back and studying everything, he was filling all the holes that I had as like natural talent. So I could make a beat, send it to him. He'll send that shit back. It sounds like he put the fucking like put my shit through like a powerful blender and the bitch came out like this brand new beat. So then like that's how this I'll be like, yo, how the fuck did you do that? But I don't like to practice or study. So he was just like filling in the fucking holes that I should have been filling in like for my own. So we went over this nigga crib one time, like Sean not a drinker like that.
Hmm.
Like he'll drink or whatever, but he ain't a drinker like that. And this nigga was drinking sangria, Carlo Rossi sangria. And this nigga mom's had it like downstairs, like this we was like 19, 20, some shit like that. So this nigga comes up with the big boy, like the 4-liter joint. And nigga say, yo, y'all gotta try this. I'm like, bro, like I'm drinking Red Top E&J, Mad Dog, like I'm drinking the bullshit on this side. This nigga like, nah, it's like, nah, this the one. I'm like, wait, wine, my nigga? Like, I'm thinking you soft and shit. Bro, I drunk that shit, and you thinking it's fucking juice, nigga. I'm in this nigga crib, trash, yo. Like, what the fuck was that? And the shit tastes so good because it was cold. Shit was like grape soda, yo. I'm like, what the fuck? So then I'm like, yo, we gotta do something with this. Like, we gotta drink this shit every time we see each other, like a something. And we made like 8 songs that night. Like, the shit was like glorious, yo. So then, yo, we get to the nigga crib like maybe like a week or two later, right?
Hmm.
The we have a picture. This shit is on my Facebook, son. It's the fucking Gria jug with the sand cut out, and it just says Gria. Like, it's, you know how you twist the bottom, the label start cutting off?
Yeah.
We took the picture, and this shit just said clear as day. It's Gria, it's him holding the cup, and it's me smiling. That nigga said, yo, we the Gria Bros. I said, yo, That shit was like a divine intervention. I was like, yo, fuck it,
Wow.
yo. So then, yo, to this day, I still don't remember how the fuck Durgan started, but we used to say you Durg instead of you dig, because everybody's saying you dig because the dip says, we like, yo, you Durg. But I think it was like a bad slur. Like, I think we was drunk and niggas just slurred dig the wrong way, and Durg came out like, oh, like you on to something type shit. So we just ran with that shit and made a song about it. Like, yo, fuck it. Like, if this gonna be our shit, let's own it. Cause we was always the niggas like going against the grain. Like, we didn't care what the majority did. Like, we was our own little crew. Like, when niggas was rocking whatever they had, like we'd rock whatever brand was over there, and we'd all wear the shit to school. Like, we ain't care. Niggas are clowners, we clown you right back. But it felt good to us because it was original. So when we started saying Durgan, like, what the fuck is a Durgan? At first they laugh at it. Then that record caught fire, and everybody fucking drinking Gria and Durgan. I'm like, see? Just trust the process, yo. Have faith in yourself. Because niggas could have been like, yo, we sound dumb as hell. It is you dig, ain't it? I was like, yo, fuck that. We running with this shit, yo.
Yep.
So that's how that shit came about. Yeah, that nigga, he's the mad scientist, yo. Like, that nigga locks in that fucking room, and I be like, bro, I don't know how, I don't even know where you get them sounds from. Like, the nigga had the same program as you, and you be like, bro, what sound bank is you in? Like, where the fuck is you getting this shit from? And nigga like, nah, yo, you just gotta use this and that and twist that knob. Like, bro, what?
Oh,
so, yeah,
man.
that nigga like, I'm like it's in my head, get it out, and that nigga's the like YouTube 4 hours, like just learning and applying that shit.
Oh man, yeah, no, I ain't mad at that, man. I'm definitely not mad at that. But you
Word.
see, that's how the team comes together, man. And I like that. You know, you guys complement each other, and I find that to be something that's it's so useful today because now it's two brains instead of one. You feel
Hell
me?
yeah.
And now that you guys could definitely, because I'm not going to front. The point I'm trying to get to is that as a producer in the lab, unconsciously I be asking people, you know, whether it be a rapper or say I send it to my mans who he may not even be into music, but he just appreciates good beats and shit. I mean, like, yo, what you think? Da 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 da. I'd be like, yo, and they would even give insight, and I'd be like, I bet, but you know, if it was a producer giving that insight, or we was able to
It's
come
totally
together on,
yo.
yeah, you feel me? Be able to express
It's
that in
totally
a totally different way. And you
I
know,
can't even imagine. I think I took that shit for granted all this time. Like, hearing your side from it, I might have just, because I always had crutches around me, like fucking P-Dot, Shy, Matt. Like, I always had, it was always more than one music nigga around me. So I always had the second opinion of somebody that's actually doing this shit. So I might have took that shit for granted for all these fucking years.
nah, man, yeah, it's crazy. Nah, you definitely right when you look at it like that. Just having all those musical minds around, because
Yeah.
when you don't have that or access to it, it really, you know, it's confinement in a way, and you know, and that just
Right.
definitely gets the creativity going, jog you in the right direction, man. And I
Hell
find,
yeah.
because I tell you this, the moment I got around more creative minds, I promise you, the production or just the quality of production just changed instantly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
feel me? And I can tell you that from
That's real
experience.
shit.
That's a fact. When you're around the actual creators and they're giving you live insight, or like, nah. You feel me? That's why when I was working with Chad Piff, like, it was such a cohesive, you feel me? It was two creative minds in there, both complimenting each other, but like, nah, this is how it's gonna go, da 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 da. We're gonna do this. You're gonna come in with this, but you know, and it was just, you know, it's poetry, just musical poetry. But now let's talk more about the actual project that you have right now, and you know what
Yeah.
made that come together. You feel me? Tell me about that process and journey to this actual the solo venture.
Well, it was like it started off with the outro actually. I made this beat. I sampled Rocky Four, the like the training montage and shit. I sampled a snippet from there, and I put a drum pattern to it. And I was like, yeah, I just want to rap. Like, the beat's like 4 minutes, and it got like these little gaps, maybe like a 4 bar gap, and then it goes back into the instrumental. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just rap. You know what I mean? Talk some shit and rap. Like, I don't want to hook this time. So when I did that shit and I sent it to everybody, niggas like, yo, a lot of people forgot you could really rap type of shit. He's like, yo, just keep doing it. So I was like, fuck it. So then I kept doing. I did 4 joints like that. I actually did 5, but I only kept 4 for the project. So it was more so like me trying to showcase like how good of a rapper I am, more so than my actual production and shit. Because now it's to the point niggas ask me like, yo, who produced the beats? Like niggas forgot that I was the damn producer that I started, you know what I mean, rapping so damn hard. So it's like it's dope and it's crazy to me at the same time. Like, yo, you knew me all this time as a fucking producer. Now you asking me, am I buying beats or something? Like, no, bro. Like this all my shit, yo. Like
Yeah.
put it out in the reception. I got like people. It wasn't so much of the social media. It was like the text messages shit. Like people actually like quoting my bars and niggas like, yo, this shit got me through my shift. Like I prefer to do that shit for the niggas that got like 9 to 5s and gotta listen to music. Like fuck the famous people already. They gonna look at me like a paycheck more so than like actually listen to my fucking music. So I'd rather get the real fans that's hearing my shit. If I build it up slowly, organically like that, I feel much better because you actually listening to my shit. Like people take for granted also like how much time we put into instrumentals and recording, and in this microwave era, like they listen to my 4 tracks like when part 2 coming out. Like, bro, you know how much studio time and shit I put in. Like, listen to it again. Get your ass back. God damn.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, like just trying to get appreciation from it feels better than like a nigga reposting. No, I ain't even listened to it.
Nah, absolutely. But now with all that, now tell me as far as with the process, as far as with the creation. Now, how much of your hands did you have involved? Now I know you spitting the bars, and I know you actually you putting them bars down together. So now with the production, you did the whole production for the whole album. Did you work or collab with any outsourced production producers? And now, is there any features on the actual project?
There's no outside production. Nobody helped with the production. Only thing like Shy goes over my shit, like I said, to make sure it's sounding clean or whatever. But it's no like outside ideas or no shit like that. The only features I got is Chad Piff and Mikey Moolah. Moolah on this joint called 3 a.m. You know, that's just straight bars. And then Piff on the intro of this joint called Gentleman. I just went off. Piff just said like a quick line for me before I went off and shit. And then the intro called Wingstop, I sampled Rick Ross, Every Day I'm Hustling, and like just went the fuck off. But my bro DJ Big J like set the tone. He gave it like that mixtape feel on the intro. The old school yelling and fuck all y'all and LB go in feeling. I gotta rap on this shit. So like yeah, all them shits is just straight rapping, man.
Facts. And now you engineered it too as well.
I did 3 tracks. Sha did one of them for me. Sha did 3 a.m. for me, and then I did the other 3 myself.
True.
Yep.
Now I asked this just to showcase not in this day and age, because let me put it like this. I remember growing up, being broke, wanting music equipment, looking at these Guitar Center, books and shit that they used to send out. You remember when Guitar Center was? Yeah. You remember when Guitar Center was like was the shit? Now I remember I copped my first Tascam 8-track with a hard drive, and I'm like, yo, this is like game changer. You feel me? And it was like, and when you look at it now in this day and age, it's really not much. And I'm only saying that to say this is that it's come to the point that we could now do everything we need in-house. Or you feel me? Yeah. Or the walls that was once there before, like, yo, you need this, or you gotta buy this, or if you don't have that, you can't get this. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's no longer there. Like those walls and limitations. Granted, we, like I said, that's probably a benefit of the internet era more so the microwave era. But you feel me? It's just like being able to have that instant access to it, and just being able, because when you see that, and I say that because this is how quality projects get built up and put out, man. And and I showcase this for the creators out there that's doing this or whatever thing, like, yo, I don't know if I could do it, or I might have to outsource to this, or nah, do what needs to be done, you feel me? Learn up what you can, and you feel me, and put that back into your work, reinvest into yourself, because you could
Right.
also get this shit done, man. And you know, this is the
Yeah.
future where creation is, man. And then at the end of the day, that's a bigger bag for you. You feel
Hell
me?
yeah.
You know what I
Hell yeah.
mean?
Like, yo, back in the day, like, they didn't even, you couldn't even go to the studios that we got access to now. Like, we could
Yeah.
actually afford these shits. Back in that shit was like hundreds of dollars an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get like
Nigga,
wait.
P had that same joint in his room, that 8-track. Same joint. I'm like, that shit was like mind blowing, yo.
Yeah, you feel me?
You got one of those? That shit was crazy.
You feel
Even
me?
when I went to your crib, bro, you had the record player. I'm like, yo, this shit is dead ass, yo.
Yo.
Certain shit like we could not get, son. Now we just going the fuck all out now, like.
Yeah. It's just there, and just being able to, you know, so it's basically like I'm just trying to, and I'm speaking to the creators out there, you know, fans listening to the cast and everything. Man, don't ever say there's anything blocking you or stopping you, because at the end of the day, it's only you. You feel me?
Yeah.
You could go out there and get that shit done yourself, man. But now, with LB here, now tell us where the future goes as far as with this project and for future projects, because I heard you say this is just the foundation for many more to come.
Yeah.
So
This
where
was just the gate opener, just to get the reception, see where I stand out here. But this one, I'm gonna do 2.
do we lose LB?
Did he go out? I think he went out.
And then after that, next month, or the end of this month, actually February 28th. It's actually my first time saying this. Is exclusive. I'll be dropping the next EP, Midnight Oil. That's on February 28th. Then March and April, I'm gonna go back to back. March, I'm gonna do Spill Gria EP. Then April, I'm doing Weed and Right for the 420 heads. So that I'm gonna knock out 4 months, yo, and I'm gonna do 2 visuals for each of those. So I'm gonna just like flood it. So I got like damn near the rest of the year to just push 4 EPs, and somebody gonna like something.
Facts.
Something gonna happen.
He coming out with fire. He coming out with fucking fire.
Nah, absolutely, and that's King Jones, by the way. We'll do a formal introduction in a second. But it's like, nah, it's that's just the beauty of it, man. And I just like that, man, you know. And I'm gonna be honest, in this day and age, this is how we gotta really deliver it to the fans, man. You know, it's like you keep it coming, you know. But at the end of the day, they gotta let that shit marinate, man. Appreciate that shit, yo.
Yeah, that's what I be scared of in this microwave era. I'm like, yo, I just dropped the EP. Like, how long does that really last in the music world today? Like, does the EP last a month? Is niggas already tired and on to the next artist? Like, so that's why I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna just do this guerrilla marketing this time around. Just be in your face. You either gonna unfollow me or catch on.
Yeah, that's a fact.
What I got to lose?
That's a fact. And you know what's wild is that I think the same thing as far as with an album is like, yo, and this is from as a creator and a consumer. It's like you put an album out, and you know, and I feel like after a month or so, it does kind of feel like it's like, all right, bet, you know, you kind of like, all right, bet, give it some time, then you come back, and then it just feels fresh again. And you know, it's like, and I'm only saying that because it's like, yo, this whole era we in, that they desensitized us. Because I remember when, say, back in the day, man, fuck it, man. If I sound like a dinosaur, it's whatever. I remember, you know, Mobb Deep would drop an album, man, and you be fiending for that shit like 2 years. You get what I'm saying? Like and you wouldn't even complaining. You just wait patiently. You just appreciate the work of art when it got there, and they gave you something nice and and you feel me, and you just rock with it and just keep it going. And they just spaced it out. But now it's like artists is like, you know, it's like they want so much. They, like you said, like you just put it out and they're already asking for the next one. Like, damn, dog, like let that shit marinate.
Part 2. Like,
you feel me? Like let that shit marinate. Appreciate the art for what it is. You know what I mean? And like, and let's get this shit going. But like, with that being said, you know, we got a full cast on the John, and I appreciate LB for coming out and talking to us right now with the Smoke Cast.
Appreciate you having us.
You know what I mean? So
Of course,
now,
man.
first and foremost, I want the people of the Smokecast to go out there, pay LB a visit, shout him out, listen to the project, let us know what you think, comment on the links, and definitely support everyone we get up here on the show, because we do, we do this for the listeners. We do this for y'all, and we appreciate y'all listening, liking, and reposting. But go out there and show love to the actual guests who come up too, man. We work hard to get them up here, man. And they take their time out, and we appreciate that, man. So LB, please, once again, plug anything you want right now. And we gonna move on to the sports section, and you gonna rock with us, right?
Oh yeah,
my nigga. What up,
We
bro?
gonna have a great
I got
fucking cast then.
Yo, but once again, my name is LB. Follow me on all social media, LBTM, GRIABROS, Gria Bros. No Chase EP is out right now. Link is in my bio.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of more music coming.
Yeah.
I got my bro Pete out. Look, Piff.
P-Dot, what's good, baby? What's good?
My nigga, I'm here for the whole shit,
Might
bro.
jump in for some shit
Nah,
talking.
not
I got
even.
my teammate with me. What we talking about first, fellas?
It's what we about to go in. We about to go in. We got a full live show, man.